你的妈妈是中国人，你的爸爸是美国人。对，对。Disclaimer, I already know that my Mandarin is really, really bad, but this is just an experiment, so let's go back to the beginning. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing something that's really different. I'm actually going to be trying to learn Mandarin in 5 days. So my idea is that I'm going to be spending 5 hours for 5 days learning this language. So it will be about 25 hours of intense Mandarin learning. And by the end of those 5 days, I'm going to call someone that is a native Mandarin speaker and see if we can maintain a conversation or create a connection through this language. I don't know if it'll be good. I don't know what the results will be, but you guys are in for a crazy ride, and I'm recording this to see how this goes. So I know that 25 hours will be nowhere near to be sufficient or even bilingual or even fluent in this language. But my ultimate goal for language learning is not to become fluent or bilingual. It's mostly to know about different cultures, create connections with different people, and be able to express myself in different ways. And even if it's bad, even if it's cringy, it's just an experiment for me to see how this works. So we're just gonna get started. So today was my first day of trying to learn Mandarin, and I kind of just wanted to discuss how you can stay motivated to learn a language. And something that I like to do is to think about, why do you want to learn the language in the first place? Is it to communicate with more people? Is it to learn about another culture? Is it because you want to get better in business, or your community speaks another language? There's so many reasons to learn languages, and now especially because the world is becoming so much more globalized, it's so important. But for me, I wanted to learn Mandarin because I'm actually half Chinese, half American, and also because Mandarin is such a popular language. China has 1.4 billion inhabitants, and with Mandarin being one of the most popular languages there, I thought it'd be super important. So today is day 2 of trying to study Mandarin, and I just wanted to talk about what inspired me to make this video in the first place. So the first guy that inspired me is named Korns, and he made a really funny video about trying to learn as much Mandarin as he could in 24 hours. And the second guy is named Nathaniel, and he learned Italian in a week and is trying to learn Portuguese in a week as well. And I tried to incorporate a lot of his strategies and tips in this video. Even though he was learning Romance languages and I was learning a Sino-Tibetan language, I thought most of his advice was actually really helpful. One thing he really encourages is listening to as much of the language as possible. So what I try to do is listen to a podcast, and even though I wasn't able to understand most of it, I thought it was really important to be able to get comfortable with the sound of the language and the different accents. So one podcast that I thought was really good was called The Mandarin Monkey, and they spoke English and Chinese at the same time. So I would try to listen to it while I was eating breakfast or going for a run or doing other routines in my life, and bit by bit I started picking up more and more words. So on day 3, I was feeling a little bit confident, so I tried to attempt to speak the language. 商店商店妈妈去商店了。那个是水，我喜欢水。这个是我的狗，我的狗叫 Coco，Coco 很漂亮和高兴。是。So on day 4, I tried following some more of Nathaniel's advice, and something he really encouraged was trying to learn 1,000 of the most common words of the language. I wasn't able to get down 1,000, but I tried to get around 700. But something I thought was really, really difficult about Mandarin were the tones. In Mandarin, every single character is based off of either 4 tones. I'm gonna try to replicate them for you, but they're not gonna sound that good. So the first one's like ma, second's like ma, third is like ma, and the fourth is like ma. And for me, I thought it was really difficult, and something that's even more difficult about Mandarin is that there's 50,000 characters in the language. So today is my last day to study this language before I have to talk to a native speaker to see how I improved, to see how I went. And if I'm being honest, I am really nervous. I'm actually freaking out. I don't even know if I'm gonna say everything correctly. I don't know if I'm gonna have a weird accent, if I'm going to not pronounce things right, if I'm just gonna not know what to say. So I'm just pretty nervous in that sort of idea, but you know, I'm just gonna do this. We're just gonna get started. I'm like scared that people from China are gonna look at my video and then they're gonna be like, oh, she can't even speak it. She sucks. It sucks. Like, I'm like actually like scared.
That's the point, right? That's the point of the video.
Just to like see. Like if Chinese people like watch this and they're like, you suck, like at least I'm trying, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. 你好，我叫 Hannah， 你叫什么名字？
你好，我叫 Abbie。
啊，很好。你是中文吗？你是中国人吗？
我不是中国人，我是一半一半。
啊，你的妈妈是中国人，你的爸爸是美国人。对。对。我的妈妈是中国人，我的妈妈不说中文，我的妈妈说英文，我的爸爸是美国人。Okay, like I'm watching this video as I'm editing it and I'm like literally realizing like how cringy this is. Like I literally can't stop laughing. If you're Chinese and if you can't understand anything, I'm really sorry. Anyways, let's just continue. What was that? Was that your dog?
That was Dodo.
你有
狗。
你有一个狗吗？
它的名字叫豆豆。
豆豆，我的狗叫Coco，我的狗 Coco，
它几岁了？
我的狗2岁，2岁，你的狗岁了。Hey guys, so thank you so much and sticking through with me and watching that really cringy and horrible video of me trying to speak Mandarin. And for any native Mandarin speakers, I feel really sorry for you guys because you guys had to like listen to my horrible intonation. But it means a lot to me that you guys stuck through and watched it anyways. And the reason why I wanted to upload a video that was this embarrassing of me speaking it was because I just wanted to show kind of the process of learning a language, because at the beginning of learning a language, you're gonna look like an idiot. Like you're literally gonna have a really bad accent, you're not gonna know any words, you're gonna speak it super slowly. So I just kind of wanted to show sort of and expose that process, you know? And I also really want to give a shout out to my friend Abbie Sawyer, who actually was talking to me on the phone. So I'm posting her YouTube channel down below, so you should go check out that link. And now I'm just gonna get started on the commentary of what I thought, my opinion of this sort of experiment. Because there was a lot of like bad things and a lot of good things that I just would like to discuss. So first I'm just gonna go over some of the negatives. And for me, some of the negatives was just being so drained. After a while of studying Mandarin for 5 hours per day, I was just really tired of it. I didn't think it was as enjoyable as it should have been. I felt a little bit pressured, and maybe that was like my fault. I think it was my fault because I would set up a timer and I wouldn't leave or stop until the timer was over. And so it kind of made me feel like I was being forced to do it, and it just wasn't as fun as it should have been. But on the positive note, something I really enjoyed about it is that I actually improved a lot by listening to all of these podcasts and by trying to like, you know, grasp as much as information as I could in such a short period of time. I have improved a lot. So for any advice for people that are trying to like learn a language, I would definitely say that learning a language is a marathon, not a race. So by what I mean by this is that I think it's better to try to study it sustainably. For instance, 20 minutes per day for a year or for a few months would be better than 5 hours per day for 2 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Because it doesn't just make the process more easy to learn, it also makes it more fun. It's less stressful. And thank you guys so much for watching anyways. If you guys like what you see, make sure that you guys like and subscribe, and see you next Sunday.